Hi everyone, Mrs. Love here. Remember, I am not in school for the rest of the week, so I'm sending you this video on Wednesday to give you a preview of our Unit 2 test, which you'll be taking on Thursday and Friday. On Thursday and Friday, you will see class sessions on your calendar that are called Science Test Session. Miss Elena will be leading those sessions, and you should log into those just like you come to class every day. When you log in, you'll be working on your test in Linkit. So take a look here. I will have the study guide available for you, and you can use your study guide to help you complete the test. Okay. Your learning intentions are you're demonstrating what you learned in Unit 2. Your success criteria is to complete all parts of the Unit 2 common assessment to the best of your ability. Okay, so I want to preview the test with you because this test looks different than other tests that you have taken in Linkit before. So follow along while I show you. When you open the test, this is what it's going to look like. Now, what's different about this is the way the questions are numbered. You will see 1A, 1B, 1C, okay? So all of your questions are going to be on the right side of the test page. You're going to scroll down to answer all the questions. Now, here's what's weird though. On the other side, you will see this little menu up at the top. These are reading passages that go along with the questions. So 1A, you will click on it and then you will answer the question 1A after reading the passage over here. Okay? So you will answer question 1A, and then the next time there's a reading passage won't be until you get to 1L, Gems and Materials. So you will continue to answer the other questions, and when you get to 1L, which is right here, you will need to click over here and read this reading passage, okay? So then you will read and you will answer question 1L. Then you will see up here it says 1M. So you will click there and you will find out 1L, 1M, and 1N are all the same reading passage, okay? And you will answer those questions. So essentially what this means is for 1A, you have to read this question. And then 1L, 1M, and 1N, you have to read this reading passage. All the other questions on the test, you don't have to read. It'll just be like a normal question, okay? Now, when you get to the bottom and you answer all the way up to 1P, you're going to click this arrow to go to the next question. And it's going to say, mine's saying I haven't completed it because I haven't taken the test. I'm just showing you. But if you haven't completed any items, you should go back and finish them. And then you can say continue. And you can submit that section, okay? Once you submit it, it's done. So you can't go back to it again. If you're not sure, you can click keep working. But when you click submit, then you're going to go to this question. This is your constructed response question. So you're going to be looking at the pictures. You're going to read the story or the article here. And then you're going to answer the question. When you answer this question, make sure you tell your answer and then tell how do you know that answer. What evidence is there in the picture and in the story that helped you find your answer? Okay, you need to write in complete sentences and do the best that you can. While you're working on the test, Miss Elena can help answer questions about it. You will need to screen share with her while you're taking the test so she can help you if you need help. There are 2 parts to this written response. So part 1 is just telling the answer, and then part 2 is telling your evidence. Oh, and then there's part C, sorry. So this is claim, evidence, reasoning. Part A is tell your claim, what is the answer? Part B is tell your evidence. How do you know that's the answer based on what you saw in the pictures in the article? And then part C, explain your answer. So essentially you should be writing at least 3 sentences, probably maybe even more. When you finish, you're going to click that blue arrow in the corner, and then you'll say continue, and then you'll say submit. Okay, so as you're working on that test, you will have 2 days to take the test. You will have Thursday and Friday. If you don't get finished, you can finish it next week. The test will stay open until Thursday next week. Remember, next week I will not see you in class either because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are parent-teacher conferences, and those are asynchronous work days. You will be having an assignment next week. You'll have to look on your Canvas calendar. If you have any questions at all, you can email Mrs. Love. I will be out of school this week, but I will be back on Monday for teacher conferences. All right, good luck everybody. Do your best work.